Man! Chainsaw Man! David.
Man, Jesus.
Fuck
Christ, this
what
chap.
strain of... Is there strains of LSD? What strain of LSD did the author take for this one?
I don't even know.
In your professional LSD opinion.
I mean, I've done.
You're my only friend, I'm pretty sure, that's done every drug at least once.
I have not done meth or heroin. I'm putting that out there right now.
I thought you said one time. Okay.
I did not. I hate needles, and I grew up in a town that was ravaged by meth.
I can confirm he is a needle phobe, so yeah.
But I want a fucking
watching
tattoo.
Breaking Bad made me think that you could just nom on meth like it was rock candy.
No! That's not how it works!
Because it's got this delicious... Well, it's because obviously Walters is blue, so it looks like fucking... Oh, I remember why. Because I bought the fucking Breaking Bad blue meth rock candy from the mall. Yay. Moving off of meth and on to Chainsaw Man. Wow.
Jesus.
So first of all, I have to say... Called it. I had a minor Twitter altercation with who's the guy? Say the guy's name, David.
Which one?
The guy. Hold on, I'll find it. The guy. Hold on. Sean McKnight. Right. And it was just funny because I don't remember the context, but we were talking about something, and I put the idea out there that hey, maybe there's probably devils out there stronger than the Gun Devil, and he was very no. The Gun Devil's the strongest, and I was like,
So that was the context for what I got tagged in this morning while
yeah,
I was...
that was why, yeah, and he admitted it, to his credit. He came out and he was like, well, you know what? I admitted it. You did it. And I love what they do here because, again, I love that concept of the fear of the devil is their strength. And what they do, it's these are devils, these are primordial fear devils. Something beyond anything that modern man has conceived of. You got the fear of guns. Fear of, I don't know, waking up in your underwear at school. Fear of furries, because, there probably is one of those.
I'm sure there is.
These are all basic bitch fears that have been created recently because humanity has, forming societies, but these primordial fears, things that humans are practically born scared of. Imagine how strong that fear is, because it's in you just instinctually. What a great way to hype this shit up. And just to see that door in the ceiling open up, the darkness devil, and for them to say, I'm trying to find where they say it.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, hold on. The devils with the names of primal fears are watching us. And you have one of Kwanzi's. I hate names. You have one of Kwanzi's fiends being like, ma'am, do I have permission to kill myself? I was like, whoa!
Not gonna lie, I've been contemplating all day making that my profile picture.
You should change it instead of, let me find that scene actually. Yeah, permission. Oh, yeah, just that panel right there. Permission to kill myself? Yo, I'm holding you to that right now. I'm sending you the screen cap. Here it comes, bitch. I'll even crop it for you.
I've already got it cropped. I've been debating on making that my fucking profile picture, and I'm like, oh, wait, my work actually monitors my social media.
Oh, you see how he's bitching out? Fair, though.
Hey, I don't want to get mandated to go to therapy. I know I need it.
But no, they just did... This author, it's like he took a goddamn college course in hyping some motherfuckers up. Because you have the creepy doors, the oh shit, we're in hell, the fact that all of the fiends are freaking out. Denji can't go full chainsaw. And you have... I always make that joke with top of the verse, but who is actually probably closer to top of the verse, Kwanji here... With, you remember, I keep remembering the metaphor, hey, all of humanity gets into a fist fight, she wins, right?
Yeah.
And the darkness devil just drops down like a little puddle of dark and just obliterates everybody. Now, I have a couple questions, but first I'll just say, just walks past them, and bam, all their arms are out. And people apparently pointed out that you say the arms kind of spell Makima? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Rax put that in the Chainsaw Man chat. I'm like,
yeah, I do kind of see it.
Like, fuck. Everything's symbolism in this fucking chapter.
It's wild. Yeah, but, like, just remember all the strong people. Specifically, Quan Ji being there it's crazy. That, like, you just see the strong... Like, she is basically the strongest human. We don't know what Makima's deal is, obviously, but, like, we could easily put her in top 5 in the verse. And you have these primordial fear devils that can just... It's like Cthulhu-level power. Like, just by existing in the same realm, you're just gone. Done. Bye. Yeah, amazing. Like...
Yeah.
And it just shows, too, that, like, the gun devil, he's strong, but I think that there's devils that, probably just chill in hell and they don't bother coming to our world. And then there's devils that are like, sure, I'll fuck with humans, right? And the darkness devil, he's probably got, he's probably just content being in hell. In fact, they say something like, I'm trying to find it here. Devils, they're transcendent, devils who have never once experienced death, right? And if I'm remembering from what the angel devil said, when they die, they come to the human world. When they die in the human world, they go back to hell, and it's like a cycle, correct?
Yep.
So essentially, darkness devil, so powerful, never died, probably just has always been in hell, and you would never find him on Earth, right?
Yeah.
And of course, our theory was
about
the reason that the gun devil has this thing with the chainsaw devil is probably that the chainsaw devil ended up killing the gun devil in hell, which is why they are both now here in heaven. Maybe they had like a battle, and then they both died at the same time, and then they both showed up in the human world. I don't know.
Yeah, it's insane to think that this devil's not once died.
It's the fear of darkness.
I love the, like, entrance of, like, all the praying things and, like, what look like fucking spacesuits.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you about. I don't understand that at all. Like, and honestly, it fucked me up, because at first I thought the Darkness Devil was that, like, the astronaut spacesuit thing, and then it was just all of them cut in half. I don't get, is there any symbolic deepness to that, or is it just meant to be creepy as fuck and weird as fuck? Because it is creepy and weird as fuck.
I'm not even going to pretend to try and understand that.
I need an analysis stat.
I'm just going to fucking gush about how creepy that fucking page was.
And what about the frog? Like, what's the frog? What is anything?
Like, what is this chapter? That's what we should name this. What is this chapter? That's the fucking title.
Oh, man. And, of course, you have the doll devil. Now, so the doll devil, speaking through the doll of the Santa Claus that is actually the woman. Jesus Christ.
It's a nesting doll of fuckery.
Oh, my God. And, like, basically, yeah, here's the chainsaw's heart. Give me the power to kill Makima. So I'm like, what?
I'm sitting there in my break room, just like, the 5 minutes I got to sit still for today. I'm sitting there like, oh, we're doing this shit.
This is feeling pretty endgame. We've been talking about how, I mean, his last series was, I don't know, how many, it was less than 100, correct? Fire Punch?
Yeah, it was like...
Yeah. So, like, this is feeling...
Pull back up.
This is feeling endgame as hell. Like, is it not to you?
It's really starting to feel like we're in the end game.
And that does not mean that it's going to end in like 10 chapters, but I think that I'm going to go on record and guess 100 or less chapters for this series, which as sad as that would be. But we're getting Darkness Devil, we're getting Makima shit. I imagine Gun Devil will show up in the next 20, 30 chapters. I would love it if it became a long-running thing, but like this author seems to be a guy who does what he wants and he gets out.
Yeah, he nuts and goes.
Yeah, so
83 chapters.
Yeah, and that, I mean, it would not surprise me, honestly.
And we're on, what, 64 now?
64, yep. So, like, and I'll send this to you again. I went through, and I Google translated the note that they were holding, and it's hype as hell. The note says...
Makima can hear you. The day of doom is near. Kill Makima. Yeah, I've already got it pulled up.
Yep.
Nah.
Oh, yeah, but I'm the one that Google translated it, bitch. So
you might have Google translated it, but Google did all the fucking work.
The day of doom is as in like the apocalypse, like.
I one Google Translate is never fully 100% foolproof, and we're sitting here translating from Russian or German, one or the other. Actually, somebody in our Discord server actually said what language it was because this, I guess, their native language or something they're studying in school. German.
Yep.
Chubb in our Discord server actually mentioned it. My German is kind of rusty being out of school. And yeah, and word for word, Makima can hear you, the day of doom is near, kill Makima. So yeah, Google translates, I guess, right on there.
Better at German than Spanish.
Or Japanese.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, like, there's a lot of things to talk about here. One is what terrifying thing that this woman will become when she eats this.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine. We thought Bomb Devil was crazy. Like, this is about to be. Because remember, and if I'm understanding correctly, which I think I am, this woman is actually Santa Claus, right?
That's the theory we've come up with. Like, and it's sound.
It seems to be the case. I seem to get a lot of agreement with that in the comments last week. And, of course...
The first time the comments have praised you in a long time.
Yeah. And like, so we already have gotten hype, smothered, and it makes sense too, because who was the one that Makima was talking about? Mr. Top of the Verse was talking about Quan Chi, but Makima, who was the one she was warning about? Santa Claus. And now it's making more sense because it does not look like Santa Claus is here for the chainsaw heart. Quan Chi is here for the chainsaw heart. The quote unquote immortal boys were here for the chainsaw heart. I believe Santa Claus was here for Makima.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I can really see that being the case because let's face it, everybody's got a boner to kill Makima right now.
No, not everybody, not at all. Like it's literally just Top of the Verse and this guy or this Santa Claus.
I can picture them all teaming up to kill Makima now that they got two people there.
They're gonna have to realize like what come together and kind of figure out what Makima's deal is. I think that we need to fully know how evil she is. We have to learn about that because obviously Denji hears this and he's like, "What? What?
Not my waifu."
Yeah, but like clearly, Mr. Top of the Verse knows that she's fucked up and does some evil shit and wants her dead. Santa Claus, for some reason, wants her dead.
I guess in a way, we also had like Rize's organization knows kind of something about her. And how fucked up they are.
Yo, this is getting so hype because Makima, if this author's done one thing well, and that's not true, he's done a million things well, he's done everything well, but other than the art, the art's a little iffy sometimes, but
the art is very iffy.
Yeah, but I mean, when it's good, it's good. Don't get me wrong.
But it's bad. It's like, who the fuck was that?
Yeah, exactly. But
it's like looking at background characters in Promised Neverland.
Yeah. Something that I love about this author though is that he, from chapter fucking 1, he has made me so interested in Makima. Such a well-written character. Every moment she's on screen, she just captures my attention, and I know she's coming in, and it's gonna remind me of there's a moment like this in every shonen where like there's just this untouchable person. Like in Hunter x Hunter, it was Hisoka. Hisoka was like ripping through everybody for the longest time, and then he finally got a challenge in Heaven's Arena versus this guy that had been like training to defeat him forever, and he was like the one guy that ever gave him a challenge. This happens with like I'm trying to think in Bleach, obviously, like when Byakuya first finally gets like hurt, it's like, yeah, like that person that's untouchable finally gets a challenge. I think we're about to see that finally. Like Makima actually have to like we're gonna see what Makima can do here, and like also probably learn about her deal and what her deal is, and it's so exciting. Like
it's insane that we've gotten to this point finally. It's taken 64 fucking chapters to actually get to a point where Makima is literally at risk, and we're actually going to get to see her full potential, know everything she's contracted, maybe know the scale of her fucking powers besides yeeting people and pinching people to death and
turning into rats. Don't forget.
Oh yeah, and essentially becoming the fucking bubonic plague.
But like, straight up, like look at what Santa Claus. It's so weird to call a character Santa Claus. Look at what this person did.
Ho ho ho! Yeah. I'm a creep.
Yeah, look, it just shows the how seriously the world, or specifically this person, takes Makima. They know she's some scary shit. They treat her like she's a god because literally they got children sacrificed to do this massive plan, sent people to hell, and then gave the Darkness Devil, probably one of the most powerful, eternal, ancient devils of all time, and just to get a bit of his power to try to kill Makima. And so it shows like the desperation to kill Makima, like the pure, utter desperation. Like, we gotta kill her. We gotta kill her. Even someone like Santa Claus, who is like a bad person, there's something. Either it's like, oh, she's, because they say she's watching you, she can hear you. It's even villains, even people that are bad, are sick of having her alive because she's this like eternal force, this like overseer that's like everywhere. And like remember, even top of the verse was like, Makima will hear us if we talk. Like, they treat her like she's a god. And I'm starting to think that this is going to become some creepy thing where like she is literally omnipresent.
I could see it. Like,
Makima's going to turn into like a Cthulhu being of like galaxy proportion. Like, I don't even know what this fucking manga's going to do. Go ahead.
Wait, what you said is just brilliant. Think about that for a second.
Yeah.
What is the one thing that everybody is afraid of, universally?
Death?
Besides death, because not everybody's really afraid of death.
I don't know. What?
Fear itself.
Oh, God. Yo. Supersede the fear devil.
That is Makima.
Yeah, you could make that. Okay, and everyone.
Makima.
Damn. Yeah.
Because literally everybody that we know that's a major player in this verse is universally afraid of her. We have the fucking doll devil / fucking Santa Claus afraid of them. The Russian organization is terrified of them. The top of the verse is terrified of her. Anybody that knows anything in this universe is literally petrified of the power that Makima holds.
Man. Yeah, I think she's going to end up... They are. I think you got a point there. You're onto something. I mean, they're treating her like she's like, you know, I like omniscient. Like she's everywhere at once somehow. Like I would not be surprised with how this author goes into their battles. Like if we get like a JoJo level thing. Like I'm talking like Poochie in JoJo Part 6. He was like literally accelerating time and resetting the universe. You know, like he literally created the new Big Bang and reset the universe with his stand. And like
yeah.
I'm getting the vibe that we're going to go somewhere like that crazy with her, like where she's gonna like be that crazy. Like I don't not.
I could literally see that.
Oh
like,
my God.
The more I think about Makima, the more terrifying of a character she really is.
Yeah.
And we're not the only ones that think that. Like, Kid Otaku did an entire video on her being, like, the final villain.
Mm. Yeah.
And I could see that being the case. And we're really ramping up towards that era here. And it's sad and beautiful all at the same time, because I'd rather a manga be short and good than overstay its welcome than become a pile of dog shit.
Bittersweet, you know, if it really is ending. But man, it's gonna be a legendary series, and it's getting fucking localized finally. I can't wait to have this shit on my shelves.
Yeah, I'm really curious what the Rize covers gonna be like in America.
Oh, it's gonna be, yeah, seriously, and it's gonna be one hell. It might, you know what? It might just, if they do it smart, it'll come in like a bag where it's like blacked out. You know.
I could see that being the case,
like,
but even Monster Musume didn't come in a fucking black bag.
Yeah.
You have to do the walk of shame to take that shit.
Well, the worst one is the fucking Maiden Abyss that, like, you just turn, it wasn't, like, wrapped up or anything, and you open one page and, like, lolly titties. I'm like, Jesus! Stop it!
Open one page and lolly titties!
Literally, shocked the hell out of me. I was like, oh, okay, all right. Because in the anime, they do, like, the convenient, like, light censorship. You know, where there's like light beams.
The Devil May Cry 5, you know, here is lady's tits covered up by a beam of light, yeah. That shit got fucking patched out of the PS4 version,
when
by the
God's
way.
doing your censorship for you, like,
oh,
wouldn't want you to get a boner.
I don't want young kids that shouldn't be playing this M-rated game to get a boner now.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. I love it. I love everything about it. This chapter's great.
I'm not even going to try to predict. I am down for whatever this mad lad does. Fucking inject the next chapter into my veins right now.
Yeah. Oh, and that was what I was going to say, too. Like, if this does end at, like, 80-something chapters, that is, like, perfect for, like, a one-season anime, but just, like, a little longer. Like, or, like do, like, a 35-episode to 40-episode anime. And then, boom, you could do that. Like, if it ends up being, like, 80-something chapters.
Yeah, it could be literally, essentially like Sword Art Online season length. Like,
Do
boom,
not
done.
compare. It's bad
But like
comparison.
that's a perfect comparison
No,
for
it's not.
season length,
I
bitch.
need it to stop.
Like their seasons are like 24
Imagine
episodes.
Hellsing Ultimate, but like triple the length.
Or if you want to go that route with Hellsing Ultimate, just do hour-long episodes,
Yeah.
and it'd be perfect.
Either way, I need it now. Like, oh, that was what else I was gonna say too. I love how this author draws like the devil's doing stuff because he always makes it like meta. Like the pages themselves come alive. Like the borders cease to exist. Like you can see this at the end when the hand is giving her the piece of the darkness. Devil.
Yep.
It's like coming out of the border. You see that, right? Like, and you see this a lot too. Like when the fox showed up to like take a bite out of someone. Like you see this almost with every single devil attack. That it just comes out of the ether.
It kind of Deadpools itself.
Yeah, like it literally, and it makes it feel so ethereal, metaphysical, like beyond the realm of the laws of physics. It just, and like it makes me wonder how they'd even do it in the anime. Like they gotta capture that effect where it feels like it's coming from like outside the TV screen. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
It depends on who animates it. This is what I've been kind of fearful on who gets it.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like that's something. Any series I really really love, I'm always fearful when it's getting close to where it gets an adaptation because you can either get the Studio Dean effect and Seven Deadly Sins season 3.
It seems like we've been pretty lucky so far. I mean, like Burn the Witch, it looks pretty good. Like everything that I like seems to be getting good adaptations. I think they're starting to learn that people don't necessarily care how quick it comes out as long as it's quality.
Yeah, well, I mean, Burn the Witch is a fucking OVA essentially right now.
Right.
Like, it doesn't really matter there. That's not a full season yet. It will be once shit starts getting written, but I fear for like getting that shitty effect. I really really don't know who I would want to animate this because Madhouse is in this fucking state of who knows what.
Well, I know how this shit's been so successful. Like I have a feeling they're gonna be smart and want to give it to like a proper studio.
And I don't really know what studio will be willing to risk animating this.
Yeah. Well, they just need to put it in like a midnight time slot, like, or you know, maybe we're beyond cable. How about we just fucking stream it directly to the internet, please, uncensored?
Like, let Netflix handle this. Look at how successful Devilman Crybaby was.
Beastars.
But I mean, it was technically
no Beastar. There's fucking like straight up like almost sex in Beastars.
I'm aware. But
there's bunny wolf blowjobs. Again, close. Like he almost happens, and then he's like, "Shit! Oh god, this is happening."
Oh god, this is happening.
But there was like the pre blowjob scene where she's like rubbing his stomach, like, "Ooh, your fur is so thick and coarse." That show's weird. Like it's. You feel like a furry while you're watching it, but it's like written so well it like tricks you. It's like it draws you. That is the ultimate gateway to furrydom.
It's X-rated Zootopia.
It's written so well. I can't believe it.
And now we're gushing about a furry anime.
I don't like you could just remove the. Well, no, you couldn't because it's all like the story is basically about the carnivores.
Yeah, like you can't remove the furry from it, Red.
Shut up. It's good.
You are a fucking furry.
But I'm not.
I'm gonna get you a fursuit at Comic-Con.
No. They're so unsanitary.
So is your work outfit.
What?
So is your work outfit.
My work outfit is literally just like a t-shirt and jeans.
And you come home covered in soot.
And then I fucking wash it.
And you go wash a fursuit.
I don't want a fursuit. Stop it. Well, anyway, there's no predictions. We're talking about fursuits. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Oh,
love and hell. I never thought I'd say that, but like in this manga, real interesting.
Yeah, like I wonder, being somebody that likes the Divine Comedy, I wonder what the circles of hell would be
Oh,
like.
I would love for them to explore it more. Like, I don't know. I'm so torn about like when this series should end. I would not mind him making it a longer series.
I would not mind seeing like Dante's Inferno style diving through the circles of hell here.
I mean, they got to try to escape. Maybe we'll see a bit of that. I mean, like, how are they going to get out of here? Unless the Darkness Devil's like, all right, I'm done with you. And also, are they going to get their arms back? Is this like a temporary de-arming? Was that literally like, oh, hold on, let me just disarm them real quick, and then it's like, ha! The Darkness Devil's like, get it, disarm.
Yeah. God damn it, Barb!
Imagine though the embodiment of the fear of darkness being like a shitty pun maker.
I hate it. Ours.
It's like, no, I didn't actually cut your arms off. I just disarmed you. I gotta be safe here. You just pop them back like zombies. Like,
thanks. I hate it.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I guess for me that's it. Peace.
Peace.
All right. Woo.